once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew harder, bowed it down below me.
Hey guys, Sith Lord Fluffy, and we are back with another Marvel Strike Force video. To my left is Cdotts, the man, the myth, and the legend. And today we have the 2021 second half preview. So, it is a little late. It was supposed to be out in July, but it's only August 3rd, so it's not really that late, so we're okay. But anyway, so let's dive right into this thing. There is a lot of information in here. We're actually going to be doing a couple of videos. Be sure to check out the links in the description for Cdotts' channel, because the next video will be on his channel. So we're going to start out here. We'll skip the intro stuff. Nothing really big there. So then we have the player journey. Okay, says that they've been working a lot of stuff behind the scenes, talking about how several updates will happen in succession over the coming months. And they've come to call this the player journey, metaphorically setting players down a path that has checkpoints and goals, which we've kind of had ever since the game started. You know, a certain order in which you do things, but now there's more to it, right?
Yeah. Oh, it looks like the way they word it, it's kind of like what Galaxy of Heroes did with their hero's journey. Hopefully, it's the same thing where they list all the legendaries. This is how you get them. This is the progress to them. This is the progress to your, dark dimensions. Like, hopefully we get something like that. If not, then we'll see.
Yeah. So the first thing on the list is T2 ISO 8, which is the blue ISO. They recently released it into the game as rewards for Doom raids and some offers. While this is not news, this is essentially the beginning of the journey and leads directly to the subsequent chapters. As you guys know, ISO blue is locked behind Doom Raid 1, and you have to be doing at least 30% in Doom Raid 1 to get the ISO blue orbs. Other than that, there is no other way to get them without spending money. Is that correct, Cdotts?
Yes.
You can't actually,
as far as I know,
you can't actually farm the blue ISOs anywhere in the game. I keep hoping we're gonna get a blue ISO campaign, but
I doubt it.
But it hasn't happened yet. There's no telling if or when it will happen.
Judging by the rest of the player's journey, I doubt it.
Yeah. So after that, they talk about player level 85. We've all known this was coming for a while. So they made mention in a recent blog post, plans to further infuse more gold into the monthly economy to help ensure that your progression feels good. On top of the recent infusion into the gold economy, leveling up should feel satisfying.
Guess what? It still doesn't feel satisfying.
I know, right? It really doesn't. It really doesn't. It's still, in my opinion, too hard. Now, granted, I know some people have said, well, it's more gold. We're still getting more gold. We're more gold than we've ever had before. I get that. I understand that, but it's not keeping up with the amount of characters that I need to level up and the amount of characters that I need to upgrade and everything else. So, but anyway.
Yeah, I can't remember who I was talking to about it, but I was looking through it. We should be able to take, in one day, a character from 0 to, I think it was 70 or 75 with the amount of gold we get per day. And I think it was 70, because I think 75 is a lot. I think 75 is like 4 million, I think.
Yeah, it's something like that. It's like, to go from 70 to 75, if I'm not mistaken, is like 2.5 million, and then it's another 2.5 million to go from 75 to 80.
Yeah, so I think I said if you went from 0 to 70 in one day, and that's the amount of gold you were given per day, it might feel rewarding. It all depends on how. But see, now that that was before player level 85. Right. Now it's like, okay, now I'm almost like, okay, we need the gold to go from 70 to 75 in one day.
Right.
Otherwise, it's not worth it.
Yep, I agree. So they're basically saying that level 85 is coming soon. .tm, and we'll see it. I'm sure we'll probably see it. Maybe not this upcoming patch, but definitely the next one. It may be the upcoming patch. I don't know. So we'll see. Orange gear economy update. They're going to be increasing the availability of orange gear pieces, paying particular attention to the unique pieces as they have been rather hard to come by. We talked about this kind of at length before we started the video, and I think we're on the same page with one of the best ways to do it would be a new campaign mode or a new campaign chapter added to like Doom War or something of that instance that has the orange unique pieces.
Yes. That
way they are actually farmable.
Yeah, have it be nothing but orange pieces, period. Like how the current Doom has a purple piece and then 2 orange pieces. Make it so it's 1 orange piece, a catalyst, and an orange catalyst, and then the unique, and then that's what you're farming.
Even if they did the orange uniques and say the purple uniques, but have it so that it drops both of them, that wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing.
Yeah, they have an equal chance of drop separate chance of drop, like that. Yeah, they both have the chance to drop.
Right, not that you're gonna get one or the other. You may get both, but have it something like that. Yeah.
Or change the damn orange gear orb to have them in there at a guaranteed rate.
Right.
Just like the purple orb.
Yes.
And we don't have to worry about that. Then you can just get rid of the elite orb. No one cares about the elite orb. I don't think I've opened an elite orb in I don't know how long.
I'm sitting on thousands of raid orbs. The only thing I open them for is to seed theory something, and that 90% of the time doesn't work out. So. So next up is Gear Tier 16. It will not drop at the same time as level 85, from what I understand, but it will be shortly thereafter. And instead of orange gear, it will be the next color, which is teal. And that is how they are giving us the increased access to orange gear. And it's also supposed to have a simplified structure, so make it easier to track which pieces you need. And it says slightly simplified, so I'm expecting instead of 2,500 catalysts, you're going to need 2,000.
Or that you don't need like unique pieces. Like if they got rid of the unique pieces is what makes it complicated. Like just have 3 gear pieces and that's it.
Yeah.
There's no point of a unique. Because the unique is what makes it complicated.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I agree. Along with Gear Tier 16, we're getting Doom Raid Part 2. This will be the primary way to earn Gear Tier 16. The ISO 8 requirements for Doom Raid 2 is going to be blue ISOs, and it's going to be pretty much the same as Doom 1, except it's going to be blue ISOs. So that's going to be interesting. I personally don't have any characters on blue ISO yet. I have just been hoarding all my blue orbs because I wasn't sure what I was going to be doing with them, but apparently I'm going to be taking all of my characters from Doom 1 to blue ISO level whatever so that we can do Doom 2.
Which is fine. I hope that they don't gate it behind 1.1 though. Like as long as you 100%, like 1, right? Or hell, don't gate it at all. Just if people want to go to 2, they go to 2.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Like, don't gate it behind a completion of Doom 1 or Doom 1.1. Just if you want to move up to Doom 2, give it a shot. See what happens. And if you make it, cool.
There should be no gating. Period.
Yeah, I agree. So Dark Dimension 5, something else we've all known is coming was DD5. So the progression is going to be level 85 is going to come, then a little while later we're going to get Gear Tier 16, then a little while later we're going to get DD5. I would guesstimate this would be across 3 patches. Sounds
Probably
like
the next 3 patches.
sounds
When
like
is the patch even supposed to be for the next one? I'm not sure.
We just had one last week, right? Week before last.
I don't remember. You act like I know. I keep track of that stuff anymore.
I don't either. I don't remember when the last patch was.
Whenever the next, I would assume that it's gonna kick off with the next patch, which whenever that is. Then
I would assume
each patch after that will come all this stuff down the line.
Yeah. I'm thinking we're gonna, next 3 patches. Rough guess, because I'm spitballing here, we're probably looking at another 3 or 4 weeks before we get the next patch. And then it'll be patch. So September, October, and then November for level 85, Gear 16, DD5. That's my guess. I could be wrong. The character...
It's, yeah.
The successful completion of DD5 will give you a new character, Dormamu. This is the concept art. The final version of the character could change. To me, he looks like Ghost Rider on steroids. It is actually a kind of a cool artwork look up for him. So, I mean, I'm not mad at it. But we'll see what his kit looks like, whenever they actually release him.
Not gonna lie, I kind of just want him as a big head. Just the head. It's just a floating head.
Yeah, from the MCU. The big floating head from the MCU. Yeah, that would be nice.
Big floating head. We don't need legs. We don't need arms. He's just a big floating head, and stuff comes out just like oh my god, I can't even think of the name. Just apparate stuff in it, and it happens.
Right.
That's all I want.
And I really hope that Doctor Strange is a hard counter to him. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he won't be.
I know it won't be, but how cool would that be? But anyway, that's beside the point.
It'd be you have to have the costume that has him just going like this with the the time stone the whole time.
Right. So improvements to the game. They're going to be doing improvements to Alliance War. I personally don't know what's coming in. I have rumors. We'll see, I guess, in the future. It says to look at the Friday's blog posts, at the weekly Friday post for more updates in the near future. So maybe not this Friday, maybe next Friday. We might get something on that.
You could say that for every single one of these things. Be sure to read our weekly Friday blog post for more updates in the future. It's like, no... Duh.
Yeah, I know. It's like, what do you think we do? It's like, what do you think we do on Friday afternoons? We read the blog posts.
Right.
RTA has got some improvements. Loading timer has been cut more than in half. Bans will include role and origin traits. Objective base on knockouts and wins rather than on ability traits. They're planning an update that may include improvements to how progress is made towards the RTA Battle Pass and improved matchmaking. This is stuff that we've been asking for ever since RTA was released. I would just be okay with them deleting RTA and doing something else, but that's just me.
Delete RTA. Hashtag delete RTA.
Hashtag, let's start.
Let's start it. Hashtag delete RTA. Just guess what? We've been silent long enough. It just needs to go. It needs to go. Just go.
So the economy, we've been talking about that. They're giving us more gold. They're going to bring more gold and stuff like that to it. Quality of life improvements. So the save squads have always been level gated. Now they are even more so level gated because they've increased the level at which point you get the squads. Level 40 you get 15 slots, and then at 71 you get 20, 72, 30, 75, 35, and then at level 80 you get 40 slots. They're also adding tabs that will be associated with game modes. There'll be Blitz, Raids, Arena, and Alliance War. Why Arena? I don't know. Maybe that'll be tied to something else later on. But the other 3 I understand. So you will have a total of 160 save squad teams that you can use for whatever.
I I get the tabs, right? And they're like, oh, well, I guess you don't need more slots early on if you've got tabs, right? And I'm like, well, you're not wrong, but considering the fact that you have a certain amount of teams by, you know, X level, you're gonna need the slots. It's like, if you go wide, which some people do, they're gonna need the slots. You're like forcing people not to, you know, play.
Right.
I don't get it.
Hawkeye in chat just said by level 40 he already had 30 teams. Yeah. I mean that's
it is not, if you go wide, especially for Alliance War, you're getting screwed because you can't use all those teams in Blitz because you don't have the slots. Because judging by the way that this reads, you will only be able to use the tab associated with the, I'm assuming. If not, if this basically quadruples our space, then it, you know.
Well, it does say that all of the tabs.
Everything that I said.
It actually says in the next line. It actually says that all of the tabs are available for each game mode, but it will default to the tab for that game mode when you go into that game mode. So,
okay.
So in essence, you do have 160 available teams for Blitz or whatever. So that should last us a while, hopefully.
Okay, never mind. Ignore literally everything I just said. Everything that I just said, ignore.
So auto basic combat is coming. We've been asking for that for years, and you know, here it is 2 years later. Sort by character level, that we've been asking for that, and hey, look, there it is. Expanding API features. We still don't have full access to the API, but they're still working on it, apparently. I guess. I hope. I don't know. New costumes. I am actually kind of excited for the Carnage costume because that's wicked looking to me.
Yeah, I like the exposed spine.
Yeah, I like that. I definitely like that. The Taskmaster's not bad, and it says it's inspired by the movie Black Widow. I don't see it, but you know, whatever. I haven't seen the movie. I've just seen the trailers. So, and then we have, you know, early 2022. They normally keep stuff to about 6 months, but they're gonna go ahead and give us a breakdown of some new things. New game mode. Just 3 letters. Essentially, what is this?
GAC. Finally.
Right. So
Took long enough.
right, so if you've played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, you know what GAC is. That's essentially what this is going to be, and this, again, we will be talking about in the video on Cdotts channel.
Yes, because it will be a very long and
Yeah.
drawn-out thing.
So it says, you know, I will say this part, it is still in early development. We'll see, you know, once they start doing feedback and play tests, we'll see where it goes. And then we have the summary that, you know, wraps it up for the preview. Working on more updates and improvements. Continue to keep you updated on the status of these topics and our weekly updates that they publish every Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific on the website, which would be 5 p.m. Eastern for me. There you go. We get those every Friday. We greatly appreciate all the support that the players have given us. We're committed to providing the best gaming experience possible, and we look forward to playing along with you in 2021, 2022, and beyond. Did they just say that they play their own game?
No comment.
All right, guys.
No comment.
All right, guys. Be sure to check the links down below. We'll be on Cdotts channel later on tonight. And we'll catch you on the next one. Be sure to hit that like and that subscribe. All right, guys. Later.
Bye. I dropped my